Good morning. Good morning. It's great to see you all here today. I'm Dan Hamilton, Dean of the UNLV William S. Boyd School of Law, and I'd like to welcome you to the 2019 commencement. Welcome today. Thank you. I'd like to ask everyone to please rise as we welcome the class of 2019. Please join me in congratulating the class of 2019. So I'd like you to please stay standing, and at this time I'd like to welcome class of 2019 member David Chavez, who will offer an instrumental rendition of our national anthem. David. David? There he is. Thank you, David. That was wonderful. Please be seated. We are thrilled to have all of you here today as we confer Juris Doctor and Masters of Law degrees upon the candidates before us. Your daughters, your sons, your wives, your husbands, your grandchildren, your parents, your friends. It's a great day for them, for us, and for UNLV. I would like now to introduce our distinguished platform guests to you. To my right and your left, I'm very pleased and honored to have with us today Senator Jackie Rosen, our keynote speaker today. Thank you, Senator Rosen. UNLV President Marta Miena. Thank you, Marta, for being here today. From the Nevada System of Higher Education Board of Regents, Regent Amy Carvalho and Regent Sam Lieberman. Thank you for joining us today. Gabriella Engel, class of 2010 and president of the Boys School of Law Alumni Chapter of the UNLV Alumni Association. And of course, Dean Frank Durand, Associate Dean for Student Affairs. Thank you, Frank. To my left and your right, Mr. Bill Boyd, Chairman of the Boyd, CEO of Boyd Gaming Corporation. Barbara Buckley, former Speaker of the Nevada Assembly and currently the Executive Director of the Legal Aid Center of Southern Nevada. Thank you, Barbara. Sam and Lexi Lionel. Sam and Lexi Lionel. Mr. Lionel is the leading lawyer in Nevada, and Mrs. Lionel is a prominent member of the Southern Nevada business community. Professor Ann McGinley, who will be offering remarks to our graduates this morning on behalf of our faculty. Finally, Professor Gene Sturdlight and Professor Tom Main, who will hood our graduates. Thank you. I also want to extend a special welcome to the judges who have joined us here today. They're seated with our faculty and staff colleagues. First, I want to recognize two alums of the School of Law. Judge Jacqueline Bluth, a 2007 graduate of the Boyd School of Law. Where's Judge Bluth? Judge Alana Lee Graham, a class of 2010 from the Boyd School of Law. Thank you, Judge Graham. Judge Bonnie Bulla from the Nevada Court of Appeals. Where's Judge Bulla? Thank you, Judge. Judge Frank Sullivan, who of course teaches at the Boyd School of Law. Where's Judge Sullivan? Judge Cynthia Giuliani, who is also here with us today. Thank you, Judge. Judge Douglas Herndon, who has joined us here. Where's Judge Herndon? Thank you. Judge Vincent Ochoa, who has also joined us here today. Thank you, Judge. And finally, Judge Michael Villani, who has also joined us here today. Thank you, Judge. We're delighted to have you here as we celebrate the achievements of the class of 2019. As talented as our graduates are, the fact is that no one gets to this stage and this stage of accomplishment without the support of some very special people. And first and foremost, I'd of course like to recognize the faculty and staff at UNLV Boyd. Will our faculty please stand and be recognized? The second group who have made our graduate success possible is their family and friends. They provided them encouragement, support, and most importantly, love. No one does it alone. Let's please recognize the family and friends of our graduating class members. Thank you for being here today. It's now my pleasure to welcome a good friend of the law school who is doing so much good for UNLV, President Marta Miana. Prior to assuming university presidency, she served as dean of the UNLV Honors College. So let's give a shout out to two members of our graduating class who are Honors College alumni, Richard Foster and Teresa Guerra. Thank you for doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, please help join me in welcoming UNLV President Marta Miana.
Well, good morning, William S. Boyd School of Law. I am so honored to be here to celebrate this momentous day with you. Thank you to our distinguished guests, our faculty and staff, and of course our students and their loved ones for being here today. The UNLV Boyd School of Law exists because of the generous support of so many people, including those on stage, who recognize that an outstanding law school at UNLV would greatly benefit our community and our state. This school and each of you make significant impacts. Some are measurable, some are beyond measure. Those we can measure. Boyd's U.S. News and World Report ranking is currently 58th and climbing. Our legal writing program holds the #1 spot for the second year. Second year in a row. And 9 programs in the law school were ranked in the top 100 this year. That's amazing. Our outstanding faculty are highly respected scholars and experts. Boyd's faculty are among the top 50 for law school faculty citations. Their work is shaping policy, advocacy, and the future of our nation. Our more than 2,400 Boyd graduates are experiencing great success and putting their educations and skills to work throughout Nevada. Nearly a quarter of the members of the Nevada Bar are Boyd alumni, and some also serve on the bench. We have 1 magistrate judge in the U.S. District Court for Nevada, 5 district judges in the 8th Judicial District Court, including the first female African-American judge appointed by Governor Brian Sandoval. 6 alumni serve as justices of the peace in Nevada. 7 current Boyd grads are also serving in our state legislature. Plus our Attorney General, State Treasurer, and members of Governor Steve Sisolak's staff are all part of Boyd Nation. And 11 current law students served as legislative externs this session, gaining valuable firsthand experience in the world of public policy. From the Boyd School of Law's inception, community service has been a touchstone of its mission. From the partnership with the Legal Aid Center of Southern Nevada and Nevada Legal Services that has served more than 70,000 people, to Boyd's many programs that provide advocacy and legal representation for children, parents, businesses, and investors. You are changing lives for the better. In closing, I would like to congratulate the more than 100 new members of our alumni family. I am confident your experience in the William S. Boyd School of Law has provided the framework and the education to go out into the world and continue making a difference in the lives of others. I so look forward to celebrating your achievements. Thank you.
Thank you, President Miana. Here to offer greetings from the Nevada System of Higher Education, I'm pleased to introduce Regent Sam Lieberman. Regent Lieberman.
Good morning to President Miana, Dean Hamilton, Senator Rosen, distinguished guests, alumni and faculty, family members, and most importantly, to the Boyd School of Law graduating class of 2019. Thank you for allowing me to be part of this significant milestone. This is the school that gets to celebrate multiple times. Once today, once when your name appears on the list that says you passed the Nevada bar, and once when you are sworn in to practice law in the Silver State. We at the Nevada System of Higher Education are here to celebrate with you at all the milestones of your career. Our goal is simple. At the Nevada System of Higher Education, we focus on educating, graduating, and enhancing the workforce of the Silver State. So many of you have worked with your amazing faculty to make a major difference in our community, the university, at Boyd Law, and in our legislative process. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. Oh, I'm sorry, please.
As we move into your professional careers, I urge you to stay involved with UNLV and Boyd Law to enhance the legacy of the university and higher education throughout Nevada. On behalf of the Board of Regents and Regent Carvalho, who is here with me today, congratulations and good luck with all you do.
Thank you, Regent Lieberman. It's now time to present graduation awards. These presentations give us a chance to recognize outstanding student achievement as well as longtime supporters of the law school. First, I'd like to present the William S. Boyd Outstanding Graduate Award, which recognizes scholastic achievement, overall leadership, and contributions to the law school. Our law school, of course, is named for Mr. Bill Boyd, and all of us in Nevada are grateful to him for making it a reality and for its legacy. Mr. Boyd, would you please join me for the presentation? This year's recipient is Lucy Crow. Thank you, Mr. Boyd. I now have the opportunity to present the James E. Rodgers Outstanding Scholastic Achievement Award. This award recognizes outstanding overall scholastic achievement at the law school. The recipients this year are David Chavez and Carmen Gilbert. Next, I would like to present the Barbara Buckley Community Service Award, which recognizes outstanding commitment to community and public service. Barbara Buckley, of course, and the Legal Aid Center of Southern Nevada together have long championed the legal needs of all in our community, and they do more and more. She is a singular friend to the law school. Barbara, would you please join me for the presentation? The recipient of this year's Barbara Buckley Award is Paloma Guerra. Thank you, Barbara, who is celebrating her 30th year as the director of the Legal Aid Center of Southern Nevada. Our next awards are the Dean's Awards, which recognize individual contributions and accomplishments of note to the law school community. I'm pleased to announce this year's recipients, and we'll hand them out one by one. Austin Barnum. Rebecca Crooker. Robin Gonzalez. Robin Gonzalez. Caleb Green. Monique Jammer. Mark Kussner. Mark Kussner. Elise Lucero. Elsie Lucero. Congratulations, Elsie. Emily Mybert. Ariana Reed. Connor Sapphire. Someone who taught at CCSD while in law school, David Snyder. Brianna Stutz. Alexis Wendell. Shannon Zom. Congratulations all. Next, we present the Clinic Legal Education Association Award. This award recognizes excellence and achievement in the clinical programs. You've seen him before. Please welcome and congratulate Caleb Green. The LaFrance Tremble Award is given to the outstanding graduate in the intellectual property law concentration and is named for Professors Mary LaFrance and Marquetta Tremble, two leading scholars in the field. This award was made possible thanks to the generous and ongoing support of Sam and Lexi Lionel. Mr. Lexi Lionel has been practicing law in Nevada since 1941 and earlier this year celebrated his 100th birthday. He is a legendary figure in the legal profession of the state of Nevada. Mr. and Mrs. Lionel, please join me for the presentation. This year's recipient of the LaFrance Tremble Award is Matthew McKissick. Matthew. Thank you, Sam and Lexi Lionel. Finally, we present the Scribes Award, which recognizes excellence in legal writing while in law school. UNLV Boyd's recipients this year are David Chavez, Teresa Guerra, Malik Kendricks, you gotta get the photographer to stay in one pose. Once again, Brianna Stutz. Also again, Shannon Zom. Thank you, and congratulations once again to all of our award winners. In a matter of minutes, you will become our newest members of Boyd Nation, our newest Boyd alumni. As the president said, Boyd Nation is strong and going stronger. You join nearly 2,500 of the law school's graduates, 1 in 4 members of the bar in Nevada, and I look forward to asking you for money for years to come. So, I am now very fortunate and glad to introduce Gabriella Engel, a 2010 Boyd graduate whose mission today is to extend a welcome from the Boyd School of Law chapter of the UNLV Alumni Association. She's been a dedicated alum since graduation, helping to support our students in a variety of ways, and soon you'll be the newest members of the Alumni Association. Please join me in welcoming Gabby to the podium. Gabby.
Good morning. On behalf of the William S. Boyd School of Law Alumni Chapter, it is my humble pleasure to congratulate you on this monumental achievement and to welcome you into this next phase of your life and career. What you have accomplished is no small feat, and before you dive headfirst into the stress of studying for the bar exam, starting your new career, or even just figuring out your next steps, take time to step back, breathe, and relish this moment. You're here. You made it, even when some of you weren't sure you would. Be proud of yourselves, you've earned it. As the newest alumni of the William S. Boyd School of Law, You are joining the ranks of those before you, many of whom have achieved notoriety, prestige, and have led incredibly successful careers. You are now part of a highly respected group of alumni who practice law with class, dignity, drive, and perseverance. We are excited to practice alongside you and to continue bettering the legal community, whether in Las Vegas or wherever your journey may take you. We are proud to have alumni throughout the world. I encourage you to remain connected to the law school and to your fellow alumni. The Alumni Chapter provides continued resources for all alumni, especially to new graduates and young alumni. We, as a board, are here to provide you with any assistance that we are able, and we look forward to connecting with you both professionally and socially. The law school and the university are in the midst of critical moments in their histories, and we need alumni engagement, involvement, and advocacy now more than ever. The voice of the alumni is only getting stronger, and I urge you to become involved however your life's path may allow. Locally, the Alumni Board organizes and hosts a variety of events throughout the year, including various socials, be on the lookout for those emails, an annual trivia night, and our incredibly successful annual golf tournament, which is now the primary fundraiser for the board's endowed scholarship to the law school. We also compete in spring fling each year, so if you're interested in playing softball, we'll be in touch. Around the country, there are opportunities to gather with your fellow alumni in various locations throughout the year, and we are continually working to expand these locations and opportunities. Most recently, we established regional networks in Northern Nevada, Phoenix, and Salt Lake City, with plans to develop additional cities in the future. And we, of course, always welcome feedback and suggestions on how to better stay in touch and involved with our alumni, locally, nationally, and abroad. As students, you may remember the shirts we gifted you as 1Ls during Intro to Law Week. Today, we are happy to provide you with a token of our congratulations on your successful journey. Our fantastic board vice president and my successor, Francesca Resch, will be handing you a gift on behalf of the Alumni Board as you head back to your seat today. Again, congratulations on your incredible accomplishment. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and I look forward to crossing paths.
Thank you, Gabby. Now is the point in our program where individuals representing our full-time JD program and our part-time JD program offer remarks and reflection on their time spent here at Boyd. Our first speaker represents the graduates of our full-time program. I'm pleased to welcome to the podium Alexis Decker. Alexis.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the 2019 class, I'd like to thank and welcome all faculty, alumni, friends, family, distinguished guests, and naysayers to the Spring 2019 William S. Boyd School of Law Commencement Ceremony. One of the first things you learn in law school is, for oral arguments, you should at least, at a minimum, have your introduction memorized. As every great commencement speech starts, we made it. Well, not really, right? Because we have to start bar prep in 3 days. But for the sake of not ruining the uplifting mood, we made it. Kinda. Today is a special day to thank everyone in our lives who supported us through this journey of gophers, scorpions, and that one time someone actually read every single case. I'd also like to personally thank D.A. Downey for stocking up the amazing foods and snacks in the Einstein next door when I had zero desire to fight the undergrads in the student union. Today is also an appropriate time to acknowledge those who didn't support us, particularly the UNLV Parking Authority. In addition to the parking atrocities of 2019, this is one hell of a resilient class. We survived the Zika virus, the 2016 presidential election, the Game 7 loss to the San Jose Sharks, and the 5 fire alarms that went off this semester. I'm glad to see everyone made it out alive. These tribulations only brought us closer together as a class. Not only have we had tribulations, but our community has had its fair share of triumphs as well. First and foremost, during the entire duration of our legal education, Boyd has been quantitatively the best law school in Nevada, while simultaneously being the only law school in Nevada for 20 consecutive years. During our second year of law school, Boyd was named the best legal writing program in the country. And I'd like to think my B in our first legal writing class contributed to that. You're welcome, Dean Hamilton. Finally, and arguably, Boyd's biggest triumph is the atmosphere Boyd has created. I've met some of my best friends on this campus, and Boyd's ability to bring students together from all walks of life and create this kind of harmonious micro-ecosystem is what makes Boyd special to me. I'm genuinely looking forward to all the amazing things this class has to achieve, starting with the July Bar. As we embark on our separate career paths, I'd like to share a bit of advice from street poet and philosopher, Drake. Oh well, I guess you lose some and win some as long as the outcome is income. You know I want it all and then some. While the idea of economic and financial success, it does influence our career choices, I ask that you follow your dreams, whether it be criminal defense, prosecution, corporate law, estate planning, or being a Summerlin mom. As my wise friend Robin Gonzalez told me, you do you, boo. I'll finally conclude with this. While on everyone's way out, if you happen to get smashed by a taxi, rideshare, or limo, please go to smashedbyataxi.com to schedule a free consultation. Thank you, everyone. Awesome job, class of 2019. Look, Mom, I'm here. And most importantly, go Knights!
Standing O.
Do I walk to the left, or do I go to the right?
Thank you, Alexis. To offer remarks on behalf of the graduates of our part-time program, I'm pleased to welcome to the stage Carmen Gilbert. Carmen.
Good morning, distinguished guests, fellow graduates, faculty, families, and friends. I first thought about applying to law school over a decade ago. I was finishing up my undergraduate degree, and my dad casually mentioned over the phone, "You should think about applying to law school. I think it would suit your strengths." And I remember thinking, is he crazy? My father clearly doesn't know me at all. I wouldn't cut it in law school. Well, clearly. And as usual, Dad was right and is probably feeling pretty smug in the audience right now. But it took some time and a very lucky series of events for me to get here. To understand why, we have to back up a little bit further. In high school, I worked in a law office as a legal runner, and as far as after-school jobs go, it was a very good one. I was mainly tasked with filing documents and keeping the office fridge full. Pretty cushy compared to my friends working fast food and retail. However, it was never an environment that felt particularly welcoming, or like a place where I belonged. Without any attorneys in my family, or even in my family's network, it was a very intimidating place to go every day. I didn't identify with any of the attorneys or their experiences, and I didn't learn anything about the actual practice of law. I was just the girl running the errands and keeping the candy bowl full. The experience left me with a very distinct impression that the law was not a place where I would fit in or where I would succeed. So when my dad suggested law school a few years after that, as much as I wanted to, I couldn't believe him. The experience had had a powerful impact on how I viewed myself and how I viewed the field. It wasn't until a few years later that the practice of law started to look different, and two important things happened. First, a very good colleague and friend of mine, Melissa, began in the part-time program here at Boyd. I watched her dutifully head to class every night after work and listened to her stories and asked myself, could I do that? But I didn't take any action. Until the second important thing happened. I walked in on a hallway conversation between two other colleagues who seemed to have been similarly inspired by Melissa. It was the last day to register for the last LSAT that would allow us to apply for fall admission, and they were going to sign up. They encouraged me to join them. They opened the door for me. I didn't realize it then, but I had been waiting for that door to open for a long time, and I jumped at the opportunity. We studied hard for the next month, and the rest is history. I don't regret the winding path that I took to get to law school, but I am curious about where I would be now if I had seriously considered my father's advice more than 10 years ago, instead of writing it off so quickly. I also wonder where I would be if my colleagues hadn't inspired me, encouraged me, and showed me that there is space for me here in the legal world. I wonder where I would be if they hadn't opened the door. So as we embark on our legal careers, I hope that we will all do what we can to make the practice of law a more welcoming and diverse industry, that we take every opportunity to open the door for those that come after us, to be the example that they perhaps didn't know they needed to see, and to tell them that it's okay, they belong here too. Congratulations, classmates. We did it!
Congratulations. Very glad you came here. Thank you so much, Carmen. Every year, the graduation committee selects a faculty member to offer thoughts to our graduates as they complete law school and begin their careers. This year, they have chosen William S. Boyd Professor Anne Mckenzie. Anne.
Woo! So good morning to everyone on the stage and everyone in the audience, and especially to the graduates. And thank you to the class of 2019 for inviting me to address you on such an important day. This is particularly special for me because I taught all 95 of the day students in my tour. It's your first year. Woo! I guess you remember. And I also taught throughout the years 3 or 4 of the night students, so I've gotten to know almost all of you. First, I have to say, I told you so. Do you remember when you were freaking out in torts when I was putting all those mathematical things on the board about, and you weren't going to make it through law school, and I said, I will watch you cross the stage in 3 years? Do you remember that? Yeah, okay, so here you are. So congratulations, you are going to cross the stage, and I knew I was right. But seriously, I only have 5 minutes to give you a little bit of advice. And I'm basing it on my personal experience and my research on lawyers. Just yesterday, across my desk came an article by the International Bar Association, which was a survey of internationally of lawyers and how much sexual harassment occurs across the world. In the United States, women lawyers suffered, 54% of women lawyers said they suffered from sexual harassment, and 11% of the men. So there is something, the dean asked me to put something in here that would make him laugh and cry, so there's the cry part, Dean, okay? So female students, well, I'm talking about things from my personal experience and from my research. Female students come regularly to me concerned about how they're going to make everything work in their lives. How will they achieve success in their careers and have families, take care of themselves, contribute to the community, and just really have fun? My research on lawyers and gender here and in Chile and Spain raises cause for concern, but I hope I can help reduce some of your worries. You will make it. It will work for you. I really believe that, just like you're going to walk across the stage. First, the problem is real, though. Women only represent 21% of all firm partners and 17% of equity partners, even though they are more than 50% of law school graduates today and have been more than 40% for 30 years. The reasons are multiple: plain old discrimination, explicit and implicit, lack of good parental leave policies and part-time work, good daycare, and some of it's about culture. Some of it's about women who just look for other types of lawyering jobs and end up very happy there. So here's the thing. I spent nearly 5 months interviewing male and female lawyers in Chile and Spain, and a number of weeks here, and I've had students interview people here in Las Vegas. I was interested in Chile and Spain because they have much better policies in those countries. Paid leave for mothers of 4 to 6 months, with paid leave of 2 weeks for fathers, rights to work part-time, right to come in an hour later for the 9 months after the birth, and right not to be fired during pregnancy. But guess what I found? I found that none, not one of the people I talked to, of 175, none of the fathers took the leaves or worked part-time. Fathers told me that they would be shamed to do so, and an article that I came across my desk yesterday said that was true in the US as well. They will be shamed, and the culture is such that it's very difficult for men to do that. And the paid leaves and part-time for mothers were a double-edged sword. Hiring partners, told me confidentially that they did not want to hire women, especially those who were approaching their 30s, because they would just take leave upon leave upon leave. And they told me, too, that they were not going to give good, interesting work to women who were working part-time. To me, then, it seems that the response is that the same leave, of course, in addition to some weeks for disability that the mother would get, should be given to fathers. And men, you should take those leaves. It is literally a way of supporting the women you work with as well as the woman you live with. Only if fathers take leave will there be less discrimination in hiring and promotion of women. This is also true for LGBTQ families. If both parents take leave and cut down on working hours, employers can't decide which parent to discriminate against because of childcare responsibilities. The same is true for part-time work or reduced hours. Fathers need to do it too. Maybe it doesn't work for every family. I totally understand it. But guys, please consider it at least. There is an even more important reason to advocate for equal policies and for men to take leave. Your relationship with those children will be much richer. You'll be an equal partner, not just someone who helps around the house. These relationships will make you a happier person. So my advice to all is to work for better policies in your workplaces and to try to change the cultures. Leave should be for all parents, not only mothers, and take advantage of them. But yes, it might not happen in your workplace quickly enough to benefit you and your family. And if that is the case, it's okay to go to another type of job, a lawyering job. There are lots of good jobs in government and smaller firms, or you might even open your own firm that will give you a little more flexibility. You have only one life, and being happy in your life and job is really important. It won't always be perfect. There will be times when you work late nights and weekends, but that might not be the norm, and you won't be doing it because somebody is calling you and demanding that you do certain things that really aren't due for 3 years. When I learned from my interviews, and this was the most important takeaway, is that the lawyers need not necessarily part-time, but actually flexibility. Women told me over and over and over again that all they wanted was a flexible schedule. They're happy to work long hours if they can figure out how to do it flexibly. But then when I asked one male lawyer at a big firm, this is in Spain, about flexibility, this is what he said to me, quote, "Yes, we need associates to be flexible, to be ready to work every day, 24 hours a day." I'm like, I don't think that's what I mean by flexibility. I mean you should be able to pick up your child and watch her dance class, go to see your ailing father in the hospital, even go to the gym, and then go home and work from home. You may work as many hours, but you won't miss out on life because you're in the office. Your generation is well ahead of mine. You are great in technology. There is no reason why technology shouldn't serve you to do much of your work from home on a more flexible schedule. Research shows that happy lawyers are those who enjoy the work they do, contribute to the community, and have rich lives outside of work. I wish you happiness and success in all you do. Bye-bye. Congratulations.
Thank you, Professor McGinley. At this time, I'm honored to introduce our keynote speaker. On January 3rd, 2019, Jackie Rosen was sworn into office as United States Senator representing the state of Nevada. And I'm pleased to say this is the first commencement address she's ever given, so welcome to Senator Rosen. She has lived in Nevada for nearly 40 years and was the first member of her family to graduate from college. She serves on the Senate Committee on Health, Education, and Labor, the Senate Committee on Commerce, and the Committee on Small Business and Entrepreneurship, and the Senate Committee on Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs. Before being elected to the Senate, she represented Nevada's 3rd District in the 115th Congress. She is a champion and has always been for the people of Nevada and has long been committed to serving her community and particularly individuals in need. Her victory in 2018 made Nevada the 7th state in the country to have 2 women serving in the Senate as the delegation. She is a great friend to UNLV and to this law school. Graduates and honored guests, please join me in welcoming Senator Jackie Rosen.
Well, I say it's a pretty good day for a graduation. What do you say? And you got this is a great looking graduating class, but I got to tell you, your family, I've never seen so many smiles before in my life. So congratulations. And to my friend, Dean Hamilton, you know what he's done to build this school, build up all of you, and I am proud to call him friend. Nevada is lucky to have him here, and you are so lucky to have him as your biggest champion. I can tell you that. So, it is a day for deans and professors to celebrate what they've helped you learn. But today is a day to honor all of you and what you have done. And so, of course, I had to do a little bit of research, and let me tell you about what I found about this class. There's 120 JDs we're going to give today. There are 4 LLMs graduating today. But the one statistic that impresses me the most is that 93% of this year's graduating class is made up of Nevada residents, born and or raised, homegrown, right here in Nevada. Oh, that phrase, home means Nevada to me. You guys can all sing that then, right? Maybe we'll get a rendition of that going later. But honestly, what's inspired me most, and as I look here at Barbara Buckley, is that this graduating class has the most pro bono honors recipients ever. So, so what you have given to this community, of your time, of your heart, and of your talent, amazing. I know you will continue to do this. And so you've decided to dedicate your career to law and to service and to advocacy, and we are all so proud. And you know, Nevadans, we pride ourselves in being independent, hardworking, and all of us here in this room, on this stage and beyond, we take our commitment to service very, very seriously. Now, some of you might know how to sing Home Means Nevada for Me if you went to high school here in Nevada, but you might not know that our state motto is all for our country. And it's clear that each and every one of you embraces that motto. I don't have to tell you how many hours you have spent the last 3 years reading, writing, arguing with probably everyone you've met, staying up late to make sure you could pass that exam, memorizing lots of contracts, the torts, everything in between. You might have thought they were useless at the time, but let me tell you this. Even though you're big gluttons for punishment, since you've been doing this for 3 years, you are all doing it to aspire for a higher purpose. And as everybody here on the stage has said, your life's going to take twists and turns. So that class or that case that you thought might not apply, years from now, you'll say, I remember that, and it matters. So what you have done matters, what you're going to do matters, and we are all already so grateful that you are here. But really, what's exciting is where you're heading next. I look out to the parents and grandparents. They're pretty excited for that, too, I can guarantee you, as a parent. And so some of you going to Nevada law firms, going into government, I hope you're going to stay here in Nevada because being born and raised here, you know what a wonderful state we have. You know what great communities we have, and you know what we need to succeed. And we're a state that was born to take on challenges. We come together from every walk of life. We make cities that shine out of the desert.
We are battle-born, and we are battle-tested. It's our grit, it's our perseverance, and it's our diversity, and the diversity of this class and classes across our state that make up the strength of Nevada. And it's those same qualities that are going to help you not just change the face of this state, but this state is going to help us change the face of this nation, and you're going to help us do that. So, whether you go to work for government, I have a lot of attorneys work with me every day, passionate, persistent, good policy work. Whether you go to work at the state level, maybe you'll go to work as a local prosecutor, a defense attorney, environmental lawyer, or work for some of the many great businesses we have here, large or small. I know each and one of you have what it takes to be successful. And so some of you just starting your careers, some of you here may be starting a new chapter. Some of you going to law school part-time, working and deciding to do this a little bit later. So whatever it is, my hope for each and every one of you is that those careers will be fulfilling and will make the hard work, the enormous amount of coffee it takes for all of you to get here, make the last 3 years well worth it. And so what I want to say today, especially in my first graduation speech, is that your career is more than your first job. And it's more really than any job. Your career is going to take twists and turns. Your life is going to take twists and turns, many that you can't expect. I think about my path, how many twists and turns my own life has taken to lead up to where I am today, to be here with you giving my maiden commencement speech. But before I ever came to Congress, I worked as a computer programmer. I put myself through college as a waitress. I waitressed one summer at Caesar's Palace as a member of the Culinary Union. I did, just like many of you. I took care of my parents and in-laws. I raised a family. I saved that tip money in envelopes. I paid for my tuition. And so life goes up and down, and it takes you on many journeys. But I'll speak about being a woman as to what the professor spoke about. I've seen some of the ugliness and discrimination of gender and in pay. I hope that all of you will go to those workplaces and help me fix those things, please. And so I had a passion for writing computer code and designing systems. I served my community. It all led me here today to work for the greater good. And I know that in my small gesture, and I continue to do those gestures, I'm able to make change. But it truly takes a village, so I want to look out to the village and congratulate them for being part of all this today, because it is a journey. But challenges come at you fast, my friends. Like I said, I got married, I started a family, left my job to take care of my aging parents and in-laws. I became involved in my synagogue, working in faith-based communities, and I found so many ways to serve. I never knew I'd become a United States Senator. Women and many others don't often take a straight path in their careers. It's just like those classes you thought, maybe I won't use that, maybe I won't use algebra, maybe I won't use chemistry. You don't know where these stories of your classes, of your life, of your family or your friends and their experiences, how they shape you, how they move you, and how they help you move the narrative here in your community. That's what shapes me to do my job every day. And it's what I hope will shape you as you continue to grow and change. And so my dear friend, Senator Harry Reid, when I was first running for office, what he told me was this, and I'll share this with you. You're going to meet a lot of great people in the state. Listen to their stories. Take them to heart and take them with you. So wherever you go, you remember who you're fighting for your people and their families, and as attorneys, as advocates, the stories that you hear, they will be the ones that strengthen you in your fights each and every day. I am sure of that. It's what guides me in my work, and I am proud to serve my community along with all of you. You know, in my Jewish faith, we have a philosophy called Tikkun Olam. We believe we must dedicate ourselves to social action and social justice to repair the world and leave it a better place than how we found it. And that's what this is all about, my friends. Service. So I think about what it means to serve as you move on. I'm reminded of a quote from the great social justice advocate, Marian Wright Edelman. She once wrote, "Pick a piece of the problem that you can help solve while trying to see how your piece fits into the broader social change policy." So does Edelman think we all need to run for office to contribute to social change? Does she think we can change everything all at once? No, but she encourages us to pick a piece, our part, our little corner of the world, something small, but doesn't mean that it's not critical, something lofty, something that demands action, something that you see, something you can attach yourself to and help improve and advance a cause to produce real, meaningful change for yourself, for your friends, for your family, for people you may never even meet. You can make a difference. So in that one piece, if you've changed something for one person, for that family, just like we heard from one of our graduates today, knowing that the door could be open for her changed everything. So you have the power to do that. So think about it, our community, our state, our country, we face so many challenges, big and small. Challenges that do demand incredible action, but they all start with one small step, one door opening. You have the keys to unlock those doors for yourself and for those who come after you. So all of you here today, I know you have grit, determination. You will succeed, and we need you to succeed. And I am confident of what your contributions will be because you've made a choice to be here. And now it is up to you to pick your piece of the puzzle. You know, the mission of Boyd Law School says that students here should strive to provide leadership for Nevada on important issues of public policy, resolution, the law, and legal practice. But the mission statement also stresses the role of community service projects that will benefit our state and the greater good. And I can guarantee if I asked each and every one of you to tell you ask you how satisfied you were with your volunteer work, you would say to me it was the most satisfying work you did and that you got more out of it than you gave. That's for sure. So let's be clear. I want you to do all of it, as much as you can. Always feel that you're enough. Always strive to be better, and always try. Because it's not just enough to be a good lawyer. We need you to be good leaders and public servants and fit into that social change puzzle as you build Nevada's communities or beyond. And so we need all of your talents. You don't have to solve some huge crisis all on your own, whatever your workplace is. You can make it a respectful workplace. You can make it a kind workplace. You can bring those along who don't think they have a place. So, like I said, I know all of you are going to continue your pro bono work. If you work in government, strive to be efficient and faithful steward of the public trust, and know that the jobs you have will be challenging. They're going to be tough. Make no mistake about that. And it's okay because we know what challenges us. You got here today. What challenged you to get here made you stronger and makes you more confident as you walk across this stage. So, as you encounter those twists and turns along the way, be open to those places that you'll go, places you'll never even imagine. Make them part of your story, part of your work, part of your advocacy. And I look forward to hearing some of you give another commencement speech on this stage one day. So I ask all of you today to think about what Marian Wright Edelman's words mean. I want you to walk away from this ceremony thinking again about your piece of the puzzle, what you can identify, what you can tackle, and how you can leave the world a better place than you found it. Because that's what I truly believe life's all about. So I have to just say this as a point of privilege, as a mother, as a Nevadan, I can tell you I am, along with your family, your friends, your community, I am so very proud of you today. Now let's graduate you.
Thank you, Senator Rosen. It's now time for the formal conferral of degrees. President Miana, will you please join me at the podium? Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Laws please rise? There we go. President Miana, on recommendation of the faculty of the William S. Boyd School of Law, I present to you these candidates for the degree of Masters of Law.
You have been recommended to me by your distinguished faculty and by the Chief Academic Officer. Therefore, by virtue of the laws of the state of Nevada and the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you who has fulfilled all of the requirements the Master of Laws degree with all the rights, honors, and privileges pertaining thereto.
Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you. Congratulations. You stay. Will the candidates for the Juris Doctor degree please rise? President Miana, on recommendation of the faculty of the UNLV William S. Boyd School of Law, I present to you these candidates for the Juris Doctor degree.
You have been recommended to me by your distinguished faculty and by the Chief Academic Officer. Therefore, by virtue of the laws of the state of Nevada and the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you who has fulfilled all the requirements the Juris Doctor degree with all the rights, honors, and privileges pertaining thereto.
Congratulations, you are now law school graduates. Please be seated, because now we're going to approach the portion of the ceremony that our graduates and families have eagerly been awaiting. In a few moments, each member of the LLM and JD classes of 2019 will have his or her name announced and will walk across the platform to be hooded. The graduates will be hooded by two distinguished members of our faculty, Professor Gene Sternlight and Professor Tom Main. Let me call your attention to the commencement program, which has the names of the students who will graduate today. And now we are ready. Dean Duran. Yeah.
It is my privilege to present the December 2018, May 2019, and August 2019 graduates of the William S. Boyd School of Law. Ladies and gentlemen, when I announce the name of your special graduate, please respond loudly and proudly. And that goes for all of you out there watching this ceremony in live streamland. Hello. Will the Master of Laws candidate please come forward to the platform? Nayara Abel. So if I could have Professors Main and Sternlight join us down here on this end of the stage.
Good. Okay.
Will the Juris Doctor candidates please come forward to the platform? Lucy Clara Crow. David Ernesto Chavez. Carmen Gilbert. Paloma Guerrero. Austin Barnum. Rebecca Lynn Crooker. Caleb Lacey Green. Monique Jammer. Robin Gonzalez. Mark Kustner. Elsie Elena Lucero. Emily Mybert. Ariana Reed. Connor Sapphire. David Snyder. Brianna Vega Stutz. Alexis Renee Wendell. Shannon Zam. Matthew McKissick. Malik Isaiah Kendricks. Teresa Guerra. I enjoyed that. Alexis Decker. Joseph E. Dagger. Christopher Guy. Richard Vincent Foster. Okay. Sean O'Callahan. Okay. Kimber Lux. Patrick Harrington. Evan Thalgott. That's right. That's good. Jonathan Svensson. Jonathan Moss. Shady Cersei. Amit Ben Moshe. Okay. Brendan McLeod. Ronald Thomas Goodwin, Jr. Stephen Mendenhall. Stephen Edmund Kish III. Is that right? Okay. Erling Oster. Ramez Ghali. Jordan Kingsley. Michelle Harnick. Jenna Pyle. Jenny Rastani. Vilma Nunez. Danielle Petkovich. Margaret Manning. Roman Nickman. Rock Rochelu. Roxanne Mamet Morales. Shanika J. Malloyd. Natisse Larissa Locke. Jocelyn Cherise Murphy. Ebeth Rocio Palafox. Susan Lee. Got it. Tiffany Waycaster. Gerardo, God, I'm going to start again. Gerardo Avalos. Sarah Inez Schreiber. Rex Maxwell Martinez. Jeff Chronister. Luke Smith. Julio Garcia. Corey Yelke. Michelle Bland. Sahar Nawabzada. David Stern. Stephen Broca. Wesley Sue. Alexandria Von Moore. Susan Gillespie. Will T. Carter. Landon Littlefield. Will Gonzalez. Molly Higgins. Ron Evans. Oh. Mark Lounsbury. Ashley Olson. Justin Pasquale. Brian Canfield. Benjamin Levitt. Jacob Crawley. Just like your uncle. Anna Seasting. Tamara Canella. Stacy Norris. Abraham Ivy. Austin Hitchcock. Brandon McHale Thompson. Chelsea Sullivan. Tim Lane. Jennifer Matarabikwa Walker. Jeremy Lipschutz. Ashley Dunning Burkett. Joshua Gary. Tiffany Yang. Alma Orozco. Philip Froelich. Georgina Zielinski. Athena Christine Iliadis. Homero Gonzalez. Michael T. Shamoun. Samantha Christine Schofield. Kendall Stone. Emily Strand. Julie Ann Spera. Joseph Kent Fabi. Shauna Wood.
Congratulations to the class of 2019. Thank you. So, we're almost done, and it says here, Frank has written for me in my notebook, Dean makes concise words of wisdom. So, I'm a historian by training. One of the things I've studied is the history of professions. Don't worry, this won't take more than 2 or 3 hours. What does it mean to be in the learned profession of the law? You are now part of a historic tradition. The modern training of lawyers in the West began in Bologna, Italy, in the early Middle Ages, in around the 11th century, when the Italian universities rediscovered Roman law. So we've been training lawyers in the West for something like 1,000 years, and you are now part of that tradition. Part of that tradition is imparting not only a set of skills and a body of knowledge, but a set of professional commitments, as the Senator described, to exacting standards of professionalism, to service to the court and to those in need who cannot afford a lawyer, and also to an ideal of justice. This ideal is about winning and losing in court, and it's also about earning a living, but it is about more than that. And that's why I'm so proud of this class. You are very good at what you do, and more importantly, you are also good to each other. You are good for the community, and you will be good to the profession. You will be a credit, I am sure, to this ideal of justice, which is at the heart of our profession. And by justice, I mean only a commitment to a set of principles and to right action, however you define it, whatever your political beliefs, and however you stay true to those principles in your lives. The cliche is true, you are now part of something larger than yourselves, and we need you more than ever. We live in times of increasing distrust and the corrosion of shared beliefs. The great civil rights lawyer Bryan Stevenson has said, the enemy of justice is not injustice, it is hopelessness. And I think, of course, he is exactly right. The biggest threat to justice is the loss of hope. And that's what makes today so exciting and so encouraging, because I see how hopeful you are, and I know how much hope you inspire in us. We can't wait to see what you will accomplish, and again, congratulations. With that said, in a few moments we will conclude the formal portion of our commencement program. Our faculty will in a few moments first exit the hall to my left to form two lines, a friendly gauntlet, if you will, at the top of the stairs, and we ask that family and friends remain at their seats while our newest alumni exit the hall and pass through our congratulatory gauntlet. After all the graduates have exited the hall, please join us for a reception in the lobby to celebrate this very happy occasion. The program is now concluded. Please join me in once again congratulating the class of 2019. Terrific.